So part of what keeps me going through this whole PS1 JRPG retrospective is that there's a common experience that I hear about from people who played these at the time they came out, and then, carried on to live in the times we do today that followed after them. That there was a point in your life where games was good, and then a time later where games was bad. No. There was a time in your life when you would enjoy whatever you had in reach, where you could make fun from noise for yourself. Then you grew up. You gained knowledge of good and bad. You learned noise. There's not the moment that games became bad. There's the moment that you became clever. Just enough to notice. Kill your nostalgia. Back again. Previously. Sports.
Baseball.
We transacted sports. And by sports, committed crimes.
When you get down to it, isn't crime just its own kind of sport? It's just done for different reasons.
Also, Bart's a king, in case that was... Well, prince for now. He has not yet been coronated.
Yeah.
The necessary ceremonies must be observed eventually, maybe, once we depose the usurpers and reinstall him.
Noble Sand Prince, Bart.
Bart, son of Ed Bart, son of Ed Bart. So we move forward with getting back to being lost in the unreasonably large sand boat. Oh my.
Oh no. Oh no.
Character limits.
Oh, tepid. We didn't get the chance to name Faye, right?
Yeah, this is the only thing we've been able to name.
That's interesting.
Everything else is pre-labeled.
Her name is Tepid. Sorry, Tepid.
Yes, you are. Well, there it is.
I violently hate that thing.
People in the audience are raising the question. Dan. Dan is worse. Unquestionably.
Absolutely.
Banish from your mind all thoughts that Dan is not the worst. Like, Tepid is a forced mascot character with an obnoxious verbal tick. Tepid was not introduced to us by attempting to sell us its sister. Just stopping to dwell a moment here because I think this is Xenogears' .image format of your choice.
A .tiff for me, thanks.
I think he has his hands on the engine telegraph, and is just obnoxiously wiggling the handle next to one end. Which, if that is the telegraph, it would then just be constantly setting off an alarm bell down in the engine room.
God, the engine room hates this kid.
Damn it, Bingo! Be careful. The hangar and the robots within are so large you might forget where you are or that you exist.
You get a serious case of Alice in Wonderland syndrome, just being around these things.
Gaslit by giant robots. Look at our tiny jump. I have less than no idea where Doc might be.
Is that the goal right now, to just go talk with Doc?
Maybe.
Are we just searching for an event flag?
Have to flip this bit. Or I can just take the wheel and leave. Alright. To review, both of these men are from space, but pretend to not be from space. They were once elements at the Yugend.
Excuse me?
Elements at the Yugend. Alright, back to the holy city of... I will briefly visit the world map, because one of these days we have to teach the Doc a combo. He doesn't need them. I want to see them.
That's fair.
What are your secret moves, spaceman?
Oh, you're back from that kidnapping thing already? Oh, how nice. How was it? Did you enjoy yourself?
How was sports?
I didn't get to see the tournament. I was in the same room the whole time. All I had was this stuffed animal.
You were at Date Fest. The two of them are both members of the royal family of Ave, and thus have inherited valuable treasures that are key to other valuable treasures. Mysterious, powerful, it's a robot.
Yep.
Locked away somewhere thousands of years ago by It's a Robot. Alright, time to get lost in a cathedral. See, we could have been good, perfect, but God made us wrong as a joke.
Instead, we suck. Thanks, God.
He made us garbage so that we would appreciate how garbage we are together. Yeah, these statues are representative of how we depend on each other for survival. Nerds! Maybe we should just be the ultimate organism right away.
Yeah.
Let's just create some sort of super possessing of all traits being. Then it would just be the one thing, and that would cover all the bases. Are we going to point the camera at this portrait, or are you just going to stare at the fourth wall and describe this art? There we go. Alright, it's that they needed, like, all of the pixels in order to render this image.
Painting that would probably be real hard.
Yeah, when your pixels are the size of hams.
Your mysterious past. Where you did commissioned art for the temple?
I guess. Back when you were like 13, you were...
Your dark, mysterious past when you were Michelangelo. It's in producing the art, here's the bit that's important. The subject, the face, the torso, and then as you move farther from that, they put less detail into things because that's not the focus of the work. Like, you can look at, in between the movements of the camera there, you can see that her hands are also kind of splotchy and vaguely formed. Because that's not the focus. Focus is up here, on the anime.
Oh, what happened to Faye? Why is he in the hospital? Well, he fell down 7 flights of stairs.
That incident.
He tried
Just
to jump
now.
down all of them.
5 days ago. Wake up in a different, peaceful cow bear farming village.
What happened? I don't know. You lost your memories, it seems like.
I just know how to paint, how to punch, and how to operate war robots. Alright, we've returned the child and seen suspicious artwork. Now what? Take the young master aside and have the talk about space. Hilarious, we refer to foreigners as lambs because we make fabric out of your hair.
That makes
Now
sense.
you know the truth. A horrible secret. Time for lore.
Okay, so we're in a war, but that war only exists so that we can declare war on space.
That war is a proxy for the as-yet undeclared space war.
Oh, and that's separate from the war that the country we're at war with is at war with.
All of that is in turn the superficial outer layer for some manner of primeval spiritual conflict. It's time for shapes. The battleship Kefeinsel?
Sounds like something that's been breaded and fried.
So in order to defeat the enemy, you have to prioritize by fighting everyone, everywhere, at the same time.
Yeah, that's just the most effective way to do it. In our giant war press, in our $700 war press, you have to press every single parts of it at the same time, or you're just not going to get the good juicing of all the soldiers.
That valuable strategic juice.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is this plan for again? So there's the first shot.
Fireworks neighbor, welcome to the team.
Is Margie really, like, teasing him before he goes off to war? Hey, y'all nervous about your big coup? You gonna take down the double king? You're gonna be the king? You the big boy now?
You gonna go claim your throne, nerd? Throne nerd?
Think you're going to be able to handle it, big boy?
What you gonna do as a king? You gonna collect some taxes, pass some laws?
Maybe I'll annex Nissan.
Arrange a loveless political marriage, huh, you nerd? Hold on, are we the baddies, Doc? We're preventing a secular civilian government from overthrowing a decadent inbred monarchy theocracy hybrid. In order to declare war on space.
Hey, you don't know if your dad's still alive.
Could be alive or dead, or one of several
Both.
different masked, mysterious kung fu masters.
Oh, that guy's real cool looking.
Slowly assembling a more complete picture of that incident.
That incident.
I'm glad Franz is getting attention and screen time. Getting lines that are part of progression. The moment they started describing this situation where there's a series of different objectives that needed to be struck and required dividing the attention of the team, the question arose internally, which of these will we actually play through and which of these will occur off camera? We may be approaching the surprising answer of none, all. It's these guys.
Oh, hey!
Alright, never mind. We now join Faye in field, in robot.
Right, yeah.
Any turn where I attack but don't combo, I store a point of what is this?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I
I'm
love
pretty
it.
far behind.
It's
Oh
called
my
an
goodness.
Edelweiss.
I like how these pirate guys aren't helping you at all, even though you've seen them
Yeah,
in
they're
combat
just
before.
around in the map. Elite team of soldiers on a covert mission where we just sort of aimlessly wander around punching local megafauna.
Enemy designs are just, in general, weird as hell in this game, and interesting. And they all undulate in odd ways, because this was that era where they had to do that.
You can just make stuff wiggle. No match for that powerful forbidden technique of boot to the head.
Her numbers are big.
Powerful numbers. At a terrible cost.
Secret numbers. Larger than other numbers.
Your secret potential. Remember kids, when in the heat of battle, only use combat drugs in moderation. Yeah, this is straight out of Gundam. You're looking at the real thing. She has the move. It is our divine purpose to subjugate all peoples of the world, I scream as clouds of tiny hearts explode from my fists. Ah, you too have Berserker mode. We have much to discuss.
When you go into Berserker mode, do you remember anything? Because I don't.
Have any strange masked men stood atop high pillars and told you to kill God?
Is your father a Master Asia?
Well, did I paint you at a cathedral 5 years ago?
Yeah, just
8
like-
years ago.
22 years ago.
10,000 years ago.
the last time there was an incident.
Yesterday.
It is immediately unclear which direction I must be moving to proceed. After I've rubbed myself against this doorway here, and that doesn't do anything right now. Do I just keep climbing the mountain? Could I have avoided going that way in the first place? Am I somewhere different? Alright, time to heist the castle again.
Ah, I see the plan has unraveled.
The plan to divide our attention against a numerically superior foe who could just decide to be everywhere in force. The butler. With a gun. And scene. Okay, so the second attempt to storm the castle didn't go that well. What's our next plan?
Plan C.
Yeah, I think a strong metric to plot out for the story as it has occurred here is the amount of time between derails. How long does any one plot thread remain in motion before being, kicked 180 degrees?
Not long. Not long at all. This game cannot decide what it wants to do at any point.
Indecisive. One-word review.
So, where's Faye? Still in
Faye
the
is
desert,
still
right?
out on the border doing the diversionary attack on the Navy.
That's kind of a problem.
Navy led by Invincible Super Battleship. Which also incidentally ties into a broader anime thing of, for the most part, robots in more military drama leaning media serve as an allegory for combat aircraft. They're the fancy new technology that's disrupting the old guard and is operated by, your hotshot ace pilots who the best of them kill hundreds to one.
Yeah, and they're 12 years old.
All of the talk that people were giving, the characters here in the story, about this fight, where they're yeah, Vanderkam, he's stubborn and committed to old technologies that are useless now, like boat covered in guns, immediately makes sense if you take that robot and this thing, yes, this strange dog bot. If you just remember, robot means plane, and then there you go. He's the guy who keeps insisting aircraft carriers are a fad that's gonna fade out any day now, because the battleship is the real queen of the sea. He insists he has a move he's going to do.
Yeah, and he does not even...
I only need one shot, just steer them into the super cannon. I can take out every one of these bees if I just get them under the hydraulic press. Alright, time to fight the gun.
I love this dumb idiot. And his worthless guns.
But
Way
he
to
still
go.
has that. It's time for that. There, now we have minions. A couple of buddies now. They just punch, that's it. They're just punch bots, kick bots. They do no damage with their heavy attacks. Alright, so we have these ads, but they exist to be used against us. We have the opposite friends. Liabilities.
You have anti-friend.
Okay, now what?
That's a good question.
That is, in fact, a fight you are intended to win.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hmm.
I remember winning this.
But how? Also, which of these save points? I guess this one? How much cutscene do I have to rewatch to attempt this fight again?
100 years ago. And also tomorrow.
20 years ago today.
Ever since the incident. 20 years ago.
6 minutes ago.
5 compact discs ago.
Running really low on fuel.
Fine.
We're good.
The only point of fuel that matters is the last. You can't not poke the shell. It's all shell.
And time. Do you want the power?
More scenes must end begin, or otherwise be, at any point, interrupted by Graf descending from the heavens. Just slamming into the situation. Does someone seek power?
Yup.
I heard power was sought in this vicinity. Are you ready for power?
Power.
Or all the power?
I want all the power. The big cannon? The biggest cannon?
A power larger than gun?
The most powerful form of all. Bigger gun.
The fist! Nature's gun! Good that we have this moment to appreciate that Franz has to stand on his chair. Franz is very tiny. An old friend. I last saw before the incident. 40 years ago.
The incident. The 8th incident. You know, the one a long time ago.
37 incidents ago.
There were a lot of incidents between this incident and the latest one, which was like a week ago.
It was 20 days since our last incident. 400 months ago.
He has unlocked the power.
Man, these have been a lot of cutscenes.
Xenogears.
Jeez. It has been like 15 straight minutes since Numberwang.
Does someone seek power? The robot is operating the giant ship's wheel. The robot-size wheel.
You guys have kind of fucked up.
You wouldn't put someone in a position where they seek power. The object of the game was not to seek the power. Now, is that heralding the start of a fight or the start of a phase of a cutscene that has to use the fight engine? The latter.
Ah. If I just tear your arm off, there's nothing you can do about it.
It keeps happening.
Yeah, no.
42 years ago, all over again.
Ah, it's happening again!
What do you think you're doing? I still got this. I'm fine. I have a plan. Alright, now we get to fight as Bart against the Berserker.
This has to be an unwinnable boss fight.
Yeah.
Or is it?
We
I
literally
can hit him with the debuff.
Wasn't sure who we were gonna play as, to be honest.
That's number one. Now just imagine in the middle of them building up to this scene, suddenly from the ceiling, does someone seek power?
So I thought I heard someone seeking power over here.
Just lower in Ex Machina in the classical sense of that is the phrase used because they are lowered on pulleys onto the stage from above. Oh, goodbye, boat. Close off all the independent compartments so we can continue to float in the sand.
So what did we accomplish? Nothing.
We accomplished
Literally
the worst day.
Actually, we set ourselves back quite a bit because
Yep.
kind of killed our army and our warship.
We kind of immediately completely destroyed the faction we aligned with.
We really gotta stop including Faye on these plans because, like,
Yup.
they have consistently worked against us because of Berserker mode.
That or we need to start making plans around Berserker mode. Oh, it looks like somebody sought the power.
Ugh.
Never seek the power, kids. It's no good. Mid cutscene save point. Meanwhile, at the Kaiser's pipe organ, Sir, the Sky Orb has arrived. Yes, they're unloading now.
Oh, the orb's in town? Oh, my favorite. Love the orb.
Right on schedule. Let's see. Manifest one orb from above containing them. Very good. Your peaceful childhood. Your mysterious past. Time when you sought no power, only ball. Young Fei accidentally kicks the ball up onto the roof, and young Graf appears behind him, offering the power of a ladder.
So yeah, if it wasn't already clear, you somehow ended up all the way over in the other country. You're at war.
Yeah, they swept through the aftermath of Berserker mode and collected things.
Yeah, I mean, you kept...
Everyone died in the Berserker incident.
Yeah, I hope you like this new plot thread.
Revolutionary War being derailed in favor of prison adventures, which will surely derail her circus career, which will derail into...
Killing God.
Which will then itself derail into dance contest. Yeah, there'll be an agriculture subplot where we have to try and breed the ultimate cowbear. Okay, if you take as a given that Ganondorf is here, of course he would be king of the prison. Next time, Fei Fong Wong seeks the power to become king of the yard.
King of crime.
Anyway, second heist was planned and tried to occur, and then went terribly awry, and Fei is in prison now. Fei is on the other side of the world, in another country, in prison, and must now fight his way to the top of the pile.
We probably shouldn't have entered into, terrible Berserker state. Someone desired the power.
Somebody sought the power and had the power returned to them. We're in prison, and it's time for baptismal by fist. Prison Berserker? I, in turn, would like to spend a turn putting my blood back in my body. And he's spending another turn buffing. Ooh, brace for impact. Okay. So Fei is now A rank among the prison.
He did not quite reach S rank, but he is at least high up there.
Seems a bit weird that the fight theme is still going as Fei rests on the comfy medical bed, recovering. Nice. Bomb color. Right then, here we are. Welcome to prison. As an A rank, we could get ourselves a batlin steak. Flavorsome. But despite being a prisoner, and a very important, politically relevant prisoner, Fei is just being allowed to wander around. And it would appear they just let all of their prison population wander around, trusting that the explosive colors will keep people in line. Nothing about sewer bees makes sense. You will only have one character at this point, so let's make sure that your opponent has very high defense and an attack debuff, and is covered in bees. Stop artificially obstructing my access to that cube. I can see the cube right there, Battleman. We're doing? An encounter interrupted the text box opening in response to this door. The results of sewer journey indecisive. So maybe back to that old standby of just rubbing myself against the environment looking for an event flag.
Good. I'm just in time for Hammer, the supplier.
Do not call me bro.
I mean, this doesn't even feel like a prison. It's just a town you can't leave.
It's just a slum where they happen to just sort of open concept storing their convicts.
Yeah, and also they beat each other up because sports?
Yeah. Sports. I've done a terrible crime from within Crimeburg.
Is this seriously gonna take $50 from you for jumping in the air here?
Now, can I cancel out of that if I don't finish if I leave the map before finishing the dialogue? Yes!
I can't take my money.
I am beyond the law!
So we got some pointy frogs down here.
The no man's land that is the sewer. The laws of man and God have no dominion here. The other thought is if there is someone I have to talk to about formally joining the league and becoming a sport fighter instead of just a regular fighter.
What a confusing set of translations. What? Can a feud have such an effect? Conversation ends after we ordered the good
Can
stuff.
a food do such a thing?
Impossible. Could it be that lunch? There are battlers that are not prisoners. In fact, I think the titles is supposed to be disjoint. We're not allowed to join the battling league as a convict. It's just that the battling dorm the battlers hang out at the same cafeteria that the prisoners use. Shrugged. Do we have to discuss this train a couple of times on subsequent days before Faye gets the idea that we gotta rob this train?
But we're lost and we don't know why or what we're doing here.
No one gave me a job to do. You can't run a laissez-faire prison that doesn't work.
So are you a bureaucrat or a prisoner? Or both?
Given that she's from Block B out of 5, I think she is an official who manages the bum fights. And mine is just being immediately drawn back to, are we sure the Kaiser wouldn't have any objections to this very important POW being recruited by the NFL?
Probably should be, but...
We were scooped up from, you know, the dust that was left of one of their biggest fleets, or one of their enemies' biggest fleets after the incident.
They had nothing to do with that whole thing.
They
just found
berserker
the
nuked
aftermath.
an entire navy, and they're just gonna let them wander off? Sole survivor of what could be the most powerful weapon our civilization has ever witnessed, being deployed for reasons unknown. How's this short game? I'm not interested in fighting, even if it's the only way to... only now do I notice they have actually added the color to his portrait. Also, Faye, you already did your refuse to answer the call to adventure in the last opening we played through.
And the one before that.
Both openings. This is just the start of 20 different stories that star the same man. Hey, understandable that you have moral objections to your immense berserker power and its capacity to ruin everything in your life. But do you also have objections to the high explosives wrapped around your throat right now? Because you could sport your way out of those and then out of the rest of the country with your berserker robot once you find it again. As you will, it's your fate. Now, on the other hand, while I'm certainly expressing a fair bit of just Faye, getting the robot, because I would like to resume whatever strange shambling mass they're going to pretend is the plot at this point. I'm not finding Faye as a character obnoxious for just shutting down people being like, come on, do a sport! Who are you?
He has reason to shut people down.
He has due reason that we have experienced, and also it's being... He's like, wait a minute, who are you? Strange rat man who sells me mystery orbs. I'm sorry, when did you get any right to tell me what to do with my leave? Stop calling me bro and get out of my house. New mystery doctor, say hello to the doctor.
Could be literally anyone.
Dr. New Guy, fresh in town. Finally here to say hello. Okay, they're not quite revealing it yet. It's our buddy, it's the doc. Doc is Doc, what?
Even the main character can't remember his promises because he killed all those characters, presumably.
It's real horrible thing, Faye. The ship was destroyed, the pirates were routed by definitely not you in Berserker mode. Your pure angelic Berserker form. An entirely unrelated incident befell them.
You definitely went into Berserker state, but thankfully you were just a gentle, kind Berserker that did not harm anyone.
Oh, by the way, Doc, this is Hammer. He keeps following me around. I'm not saying you berserkered that navy, but somebody berserkered it real good. Alright, since this is dragging on long enough to give you the plan opportunity, so let's go into why strapping a bunch of high explosives to convicts is a bad idea. Like, it's a dumb sci-fi trope that keeps coming up. So, very simple scenario. We have many convicts in this prison. They fight clubbed out a pecking order, and every one of them has high explosives strapped to their body. What is to keep powerful alpha prisoners, such as, you know, the champ and his 4 kings of prison fight, from taking the new guys and just lobbing them at targets of opportunity? You've just given them a shitload of high explosive at the price of people they're willing to beat to death anyway. It's like, oh, so you've removed the safety. I could set it off anytime. Alright, let me go find a mall. Let me go find a hospital. Let me just ram myself into something of relevance to strike back against this society which has prisoned me. Prisoned me up what good. They make the item receiving noise for giving this NPC an object. 4,000 nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, hammer, all's forgiven. 4,000 bucks.
Take the safety thing
for the safety
from
thing.
Now,
you got it.
What? Now we can't jostle it at all or move? Or maybe you can win. The problem was he just ran out of... oh!
There
Hello.
we go. Now we're back to Xenogears.
Oh no. It's time.
Things were getting a little too grounded. Welcome to Orb Zone.
Strange egg people.
There's a test pattern, just the color bars on the side of this orb.
Sorry,
There's been no
I was not ready for the red egg. The red egg.
Red egg has killed him.
I'm dead. It has been 3 years since the incident.
Oh, we're getting
God,
cubes involved now.
Why are there a bunch of egg humans just like hanging out in orbs? Why?
2 brains.
500 years ago. The destruction. Ah, mate, what if Faye doesn't have a dad? What if Faye's immortal?
What if?
He has a series of false dads who manage him between his fugues.
I'm not following a single thing they're saying.
That's good. You're learning.
We have Cain. We have a Cain. Someone is Cain. Their vague conversation up to this point has been waffling around many mysterious, vague threads left out there, but primarily they are concerned about things getting weird on the surface and potentially interrupting their attempt to dig up, the 7 sacred animes from the ruins to recover for reasons. We must eliminate him. Whichever him that is. Probably Faye? At this point,
Probably.
Most hymns have been Faye or whatever vague precursor to Faye existed during the incident. Yeah, Faye or mysterious red-haired Kung Fu Esper, who I am on the fence as to whether or not that's a different person or just Faye in Berserker mode. Well, another day here in prison fight club with my collar rendered
I'm really
unsafe.
glad that was there to break up
No,
this.
no sudden movements, no loud noises. Better be very careful. Powerful explosives that will kill at any moment. Hammer, are you doing a scheme on me? You better not be scheming. Doc rejoins the party for now. Well, this is quite the place. Yeah, we ripped the safety off this one. Is there somewhere I go to get it fixed? Mine broke. It could go off at any moment, killing everyone in this room. Which is to say, to be clear, you're a hostage now. G'day, miss. Nice to meet you. Did they really call you informationist? That's your job title? Is that on your office and your business cards? Ah, there's a practice mode. You can do a round on the simulator. Because it can't just be an arena segment where we do a bunch of robot fights in a sporting context. Minigame. This is a beta for a 3rd or 4th unrelated sub-project that had to be scrapped and was salvaged into a part of this game. I would assert from this that the sporting committee is in fact, under the table, off the books, etc., being told to do this, to have a nice structured excuse to watch Faye fight things, and witness and measure the Berserker bot. So yes, you've been drafted to the NFL, so you can show them what you've got with regards to your mysterious ancient god-slaying super weapon. They want to know more since the incident at Super Bowl 29. Alright, so let's see what's being gotten into here. Hi, Drunkbot. Oh, it's a fighting game now.
Yep. Welcome.
Weird! Remarkably quick and... is this just the world map model? It is! This is a segment of the world map!
Oh, wait,
also, wait, hold on.
What are the desert over there?
What are these stats? How far will they let me go from my opponent? Goodbye! 14 different combos and what... Frame 811? What are these numbers? Explain! Informationist, come back!
Good.
Got guard, got leap, got dash. I'm in the ocean now! Farewell!
Oh, yeah, you can also go in the ocean.
Oh, I can set the AI to try to fight back. And variable frame rates? What do fights look like at... Oh, my. You know, in case you want to practice the advanced tech of Xenogears Robot Battler Arena.
Can I get hitbox data for Xenogears Battle Arena? I just want to know the exact hitbox.
And there is... Okay, either that's just a rendering bug or there is a wall. It's a wall. There is an edge to the arena. Sort of. There's a versus mode. Yeah, I can set the friendman to controller to you and your friend can Xenogear battle. Start your own incident.
Does this make up for Nortune?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yes, worth. Let us do sports. Controller's been taken away from me. Leonard!
Is Leonard a different person from Leonardo? Are there two Leos just going around?
And then Welthall exploded.
Wait, what?
Well, that was brief.
And you never have to play it again.
Farewell, sporting arena, you were too pure for this world. Oh, we got dangerously close to the fun. Time pursuers. You fight one of the guys from the prison league, except he cheats, and he defeats you in the battle, and it's a shocking upset. And then he gets eaten by a sewer monster while you're asleep in the dorm. Can we please immediately get right back to the sports you've told me I will get to do?
Well, time to go back to sports. How about some sports?
Doc, can we please just stick with one plot thread for more than 20 minutes? Will you sell me robot parts, strange hamster man? Not unless we're standing in the robot arena. Authorize my entry, I would like to do sports. Kindly schedule one sport. Well, the save file says sewer horror. It may force me to solve the mystery of the swamp ghost.
Informationist, how do I get back to the sport?
How do I resume to sport?
Oh my god. Okay, I think
Give me sports.
So,
Give me
wait,
the sports.
I miss an entire week, and we're still in the
Oh
tournament?
god, you were like 6
you
months
missed.
out.
Alright, so what the current state of things is we have to fight our way to the top of the Robot Sporting League, which is not done through normal RPG combat, but instead weird knockoff arcade fighting game combat. I must crush these tin bots to get the explosive collar removed from my neck.
Oh,
we are
okay,
about
so
to do.
I left during actual physical sports, and now it's robo sports.
Robo prison sports for freedom.
Oh, we're in jail?
We are in robot jail. Well, we're in military. We're in open concept prison. Should have seen this coming, Tinbot. Ah, action cam, replays of final moves.
There's not exactly a lot of variety in this minigame, from what I can see.
14 different combinations.
Well, that was a camera angle. Alright, so from the 2 battles we are allowed to fight before having to go deal with the swamp monster. Xenogears. You shall be as game.
For, you know, a really short while.
Mechanic. Design. Content.
Game?
Again. No, yeah, it's the next morning. Could I just go fight more robots and continue to ignore the sewer monster? The feds have shut down no one goes in the sewer anymore.
Oh no.
We'll have to fight robots.
What's a guy to do other than getting this giant robot and sports?
Versus W Shaver.
Dub Shaver.
Well, it might be a natural counterpick to Dub Shave.
That makes sense.
Schedule me for every fight every day from now until the end. You have brought me a lot of sport. I specifically asked for all of your sports. Versus Musha. It's an opponent that's actually blocking. Fascinating. So do I now need to head back to the dorm and sleep again and then walk back here to begin then? Of course I do. Are we going to be interrupted by some manner of incident here on day 3 of Sport League? I'm here to apologize. My minions may have exploded you.
But they're dead, so it's cool.
Hey, have you been out sleep murdering? Are you the sewer monster? Either you've been down in the sewers killing my men, or there is some sort of sewer monster. One way, I'm gonna go check over there. If it is you, kindly show up in the sewers over the next hour or so.
Oh my
Time
God.
to solve a prison mystery!
A 3-person party.
Rico's a member of the team now. Welcome aboard. There he
He thought I
be.
was just disgustingly bored. It's like, yeah,
He has moves.
murder. Great, something to do.
He still only knows one move.
I think at this point, when I played this game the first time, I was like, oh, thank God, a dungeon. I just wanted something. If you're going to take sports away from me...
If the sewer is now abandoned, we can at least get that cube.
Yeah, and you could go down into the deeper sewers.
The undersewer. We have a map.
It looks like his numbers are terminally low. Is he just wearing
Yeah.
garbage equipment or something?
He's been away from the battlefield forever. Rico, it's going to be an immense tragedy when you drop off the face of the earth in 20 minutes. Alright, we have found the evidence.
Wait, whoa. You used to have 99 full heals?
Hammer sells them for 20 bucks.
Jeez!
$2.
So
He
now
pays you
there's,
$8 to take the elixir off his hands.
Yeah, we will be topped off between literally every fight if we want it to be.
Oh no, more frog! You will be missed, Rico.
Well, when you steal all his armor...
Well, if our opponent dies under mysterious circumstances in the prison, we win by default. Freedom attained. That incident.
Sunday,
This Sunday.
Sunday. This incident.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Take witness to the incident!
Well, that's a move. Then we return to Faye Fong Wong's Lonesome Adventure. Just Faye, alone, against the world. One man, one destiny. One incident.
Just a never-ending torrent of frogs.
Yeah, Rico, who they had combo Faye for 12 million damage in the carefully scripted fight, and then they actually put him on your team.
And he's garbage.
He is absolute garbage. Hello. We got ourselves a bio mystery.
The biomass!
Goodbye, Rika. You will be remembered.
Who's that guy?
I don't know.
We'll never forget you, Roger.
Yeah, Rico.
Rodriguez, maybe?
Ringo was a kind man.
I didn't care if Roderston was a dog or a weird green or creature. I thought you should be able to compete in the games. I never had any problem with it.
Rousdower was my best friend.
I'm really gonna miss Robert.
I'll miss Ricky Tikki Tavi every day.
We may never really know why Rasmus did the things he did. Faye, please wake up. You are the only member of the team that still exists here in Biohell.
There's only one thing I know for sure, and that was that Rando was my greatest ally.
Please do not die here. That would be exceedingly bad.
Well, we sleep now.
It looks like Faye is taking significantly less armor damage than everyone else. So
Yeah, that's because Faye's the only one who's wearing armor.
Oh. Okay, fair.
Could it be the prophecy?
Faye is 7 levels ahead of everyone else.
I like how when you get far enough into the sewers, it's just these things all the way. God, how many times has Rico gotten this shit wrecked into that ditch?
It was not enough to save Ramses. I have removed his pants and stolen his power.
Oh, that's why he's so weak now. He was powered by his pants.
This is your destiny. Sleep now. Time to solve a crime. The Red Room.
The murder backwards?
I like him already. What a handsome creature.
That thing looks rad.
Let's size this thing up. Look at this.
I like this thing.
Look at this gorgeous organism.
It doesn't have eyes, it's just a mouth. I like that a lot.
You want to trade
I was
places
about to
with
say
Rodriguez?
Yeah, you want to just... Ricardo, just get out of here. Let's have Red
You
Rum.
can be the new
Have
Rackham.
our name. This looks like it would be named Red Rum. It's a good choice of everything going on here.
He disagrees with my attempts to apply buffs. Doc, you alright there? Doc?
Doc? It looks like he just kind of picked you up and threw you. Oh, we almost survived Rico by accident. That would have been a mistake.
Doc?
Doc, you okay? You doing alright?
You alright there, Doc? Alright, Doc, we've experimentally determined that there is no further need of your services. Excuse me? You want to run that one by us again?
Alright, so that sounds to me like, yeah, you need to have sacrificial pawns to have that be possible.
Doc, you are now authorized to wear pants. Whoever does not get knocked down will then deploy their move.
I remember we, did determine that at some point.
Well, goodbye, Doc.
Dangerous game you're playing here.
You won't like Faye when he's angry. Faye, do it.
Oh man. 4 uses of boot to the head, and then 2 uses of the other move.
Several boots to the head.
Red Rum still stands. Mystery solved! It dropped money, proving it was a human. Your left arm, and also the rest of you.
rest of you. It got thrown into that ditch over and over again.
The only person who attacked him in the fight with Red Rum was Faye.
Alright, we have returned to the cyber zone. So, the collection of entities who live in the orb are the Elders, who are not the Emperor, and probably in, internal cyber bureaucratic conflict.
Yeah, they're different entities.
Space politics.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that both the Emperor and the Elders are AIs. I think that's a good assumption to make.
AIs, maybe uploads, maybe networks of cyberbrain, or other such powerful constructs. I would guess that they are all as old as the incident. The primeval incident. The first incident from space.
500 years ago.
4,000 Charl underground.
The Purge.
Purge time!
Ah, yeah, the yearly purge. I love it.
Ellie, you gonna get in on that Purge?
Let's get in on it.
The classic traditional Kislev purging.
Yeah, who doesn't love them a good purge?
Okay, second question. When will my helmet be delivered? I put in a form on the subject. Seem to be the only member of the squadron who has not been issued a helmet. The helmet that I filed for when I was still in the Young'un. It's been at least 5 incidents since I filed for that helmet, sir. We are mere bees. It is not our place to question. The next time we meet, it will be as enemies.
Rico, you can't talk anymore. Because every time you do, I just think about your body flopping into that ditch over and over again.
Yeah, the next time we meet, it's gonna be over that ditch you keep falling into,
Flop.
Rico. Put me in the ring. Fire wheel
Good.
versus orb. Goodbye. One of the big imbalances in this is it seems like nothing actually prevents you from being struck by ether bullets. Also, you can use them to deal more damage while the opponent is downed, whereas being downed puts them out of the line of your regular attacks. Hammer, what do you mean, we? I will be champion. If you want your freedom, get in your own damn robot. You are staying in this pit to the day you die. Wait, hold on. Are the memory... Is this being referred to as a memory cube, and do save points exist tangibly in the narrative now? One person has said memory cube, but in a vague enough context that could have just been some machine they had laying around.
Yeah, so I can
The
point that and
cube.
say, that's my memory cube.
The
Wanna get in on it?
cube.
Remember
This
you
is a cube.
forever.
Cube.
Ah, yes, the Remember Cone.
It's more of a banner, really.
The recalled Decrahedron.
Dacrahedron.
Yeah, it's a new
Okay.
shape. Made it up.
Sounds like someone seeks power. Ah. Wiseman.
Oh, the other Master Asia.
The
Okay.
other master.
There is at least 3 Master Asias in this game. We've got Wiseman, we've got Graf, and we've got Faye's dad, who may in fact be either Wiseman or Graf.
This hand of mine is full of deals.
Oh, Wiseman could also secretly be Graf too, now that I think about
Yeah,
it.
they could just be the same man in different masks.
In fact, maybe there is only one Master Asia, and he's all 3 of them.
Doc is not involved in this battle because we are communicating through the fist. 3 years ago. I shouldn't have to explain. I don't know what's happening. Never mind, I'll explain. Sit down. Get comfortable. I was told to take care of my best friend's dying son, so I just kind of patched you up and ditched you in the middle of nowhere and never checked up on you for 3 years. Ask me anything about punching, nothing about raising children. What even are they? I don't know. Hey, wise man, do you know any special martial arts techniques to remove an explosive collar? Shavat.
Yep. I think that's the first mention of that.
The possibility of more than one spaceland? Hammer, you don't know anything about anyone.
Hammer, shut the fuck up. This is...
Hammer, get out of my house. I am here for the final battle. An opponent who is actually powerful.
Of course.
Wait, third round!
The
Refs!
finals!
The replay camera did not capture how I apparently sent him into space. It's a purge, Ellie. We're purging. We're gonna purge all kinds of people. Millions purge for 1,000 years. Unending radioactive purging. Finally attained S rank, just in time for the city to be destroyed by nuclear hellfire. Champion of the Wasteland. You shall be. S rank.